Hey everyone, welcome to August 3rd, day 3 of TBR-a-thon. So today morning was pretty similar to other mornings, except we were a little bit late. Well, this morning got up, did the devotional, did a little lift and cardio, and I'm gonna keep including little video clips of people I'm watching, just as a way of kind of shouting out some creators that you may know or you may not know, but they're all people that I love and watch regularly. But I'm not gonna like repeat people. So if they've already been in one of these videos, I won't keep putting them, so they may dwindle away. But I always, I'm like a solid month behind in videos, and so I've been watching oldest to newest, so I've been trying to catch up that way. But I don't want to miss TBR-a-thon content, and so I switched it today and did newest to oldest. So some people, I was watching their videos half an hour after they posted, and it feels so good to watch them in real time. But honestly, it's hard. It's so hard to catch up. I want to consume all the things all day, every day, and it's just not possible. But the people that I'm showcasing are people that I watch a lot and love and would highly recommend you check out. So as always, they'll be linked down below. But did that and then got everybody ready. Today is a bonkers day around our house because we got our roof fixed a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. I don't know how long it's been, but they didn't do it right, and so there's some people back here trying to fix that today. There's painters, which I will get a picture when it's done outside because it's mass chaos right now, and it's most of the painting is done, and I think they're working on trim work today. But yesterday I said we were kind of trapped in our house because our doors were all taped over and our windows are all taped over, and my husband and I were talking this morning. We feel like we're living in that 90s Brendan Fraser movie that neither of us can remember. Did you ever figure out what that was called? Neither of us can remember what it was called, but where they lived in a bunker underground and they had pictures of outside that they were pretending was outside. So if you know the name of that movie, let me know down below. But yeah, we feel like that because we can't see outside. And yesterday I didn't talk about it, but we had a minor gas leak, and so our house smelled like gas and we couldn't open our windows or anything. What are the odds of that happening? So that happened yesterday, but it was a fun, cozy afternoon, evening, and then the live show, Sprints with Becca, was so fun. It was so fun. It was so good to see all of you guys that were able to make it, and if you weren't able to make it, I'll link it down below so you can go watch. It was just so fun to chat about stuff, but you guys, I turned into a pumpkin, really, truthfully, at 5 o'clock p.m., and so by 9:15, I was all right, I'm going to bed, and my big two, for some reason, thought it was licensed to stay up, and so they stayed up with me. It was a late night, but so this morning, we had kind of a slower breakfast, but also we're outside talking to the painters because my husband took a picture of our house yesterday afternoon, and it was that viral dress situation where it was what do you see, blue or I can't even remember what the other color was, but he took a picture of our house and it's gray, but it looks baby blue in the picture. And so I was oh gosh, and he was oh gosh, go outside. And so this morning I went outside and looked, and it does not look baby blue, but yeah, so that's really been our day. Now I am filming. He's about to take them to the pool for an hour because it's already 11 o'clock. And so yesterday, you saw, we totally overstayed our welcome and were way too emotional when we got home. So we're going to try to not let that happen. So I just got the kids snacks, pushing them out the door. I'm going to try to film, and I'm going to try to pick my next pick. But I need to tell you about The Secret Life of Evie Hamilton. So let me grab that and I'll tell you about it. Okay, so last night on Sprints, I didn't actually read that much. I edited yesterday's vlog, and I read some with my kids, and I made a Walmart order, all those kind of things. But last night, / a little bit this morning, I finished The Secret Life of Evie Hamilton, and this is a chunky women's fiction, and truthfully, I just don't think it needs to be this long. It is a 540-page book about Evie Hamilton. Her and her husband have been married for some teen years. I don't know. It doesn't really tell us, and I'm not exactly sure how old she is, but I guess mid-40s. Her and her husband have a teenage daughter, or an early teenage daughter, something like that. And something from their past comes up and is a part of their life. However, while that is kind of the focus of the book, first of all, the title is a little bit misleading because she doesn't have a secret life. She has something that came up from her past that was actually about her husband's past, so whatever. But so she is dealing with that. But this is really women's fiction that follows her and her relationship with her sister-in-law, who is married to her brother, of course, but was her best friend first. And like, we all dream about our best friends marrying our sibling, like our brother or whatever. But when it actually happens, it's a little bit different. And it's interesting, like that actually happened with us. I met my husband I met him through other ways, but my good friend was married to his brother at the time. And so it was interesting how our friendship changed when we became sister-in-laws. And it's interesting, like, it's not the same story as this, but it's interesting how those family dynamics are. And so we also get the dynamics with her stepmother now that her father has died. And we get just a lot of different relationships within her life. She is bookish. She's a bookseller. And so there's that. And then she's really just trying to navigate this new thing that came up from their past. And it's hard to tell you much because there's not much in the synopsis, but truthfully, this needed to be at least 100 pages less. And like, the end kind of has an emotional punch, but really there's not much emotion. It's kind of a stoic book. And I say that because even there are 2 instances of cheating in this book. One is from the past and one is kind of towing the line situation. So it's not like outright cheating. There's nothing on page, all that kind of thing. But like, the way the characters handle it felt very, very unrealistic to me. And it felt very unemotional, detached, like, what? Do we not care? Like, and it was all stuff that, like, if it happened with me and my spouse, I would not be like blasé about it. I would not be nonchalant about it. I wouldn't be as empathetic and forgiving as they are about it. Like, and so I don't know if that's like a me thing, if it's an American thing, if it's a just missing the mark here in this book. I don't know. So I don't know. This is gonna be 3.5 stars. I'm gonna keep it on my shelf, and I want to read more by this author, but this was not a huge win for me. So here I am again, talking for almost 8 minutes about almost nothing. I don't know that today we'll have a ton of clips, truthfully, because I don't know what we're gonna do. Like I said, my husband is taking the kids to the pool while I film, and then we are going to do lunch, do naps, quiet time, whatever. And often lately, like being this pregnant, and I just haven't been feeling good. Like, I am just, you know, by the time, this is my 5th pregnancy, 4th kid, we've had a miscarriage. But by the time, like, my body has been through a lot, and God bless it. And it doesn't matter. They kind of botched my C-section, so I'm having some C-section scar issues and all that. I'm just not feeling that good. So during nap time, I have been laying down with my kids and either reading on my Kindle or listening to my audiobook and just kind of allowing that as chill time. And so I'm going to draw another draw, but it's not computing in my head that I need to draw my draws the day before I actually want to read them, because I need to read like now. And so, yeah, right now I do have one. I am going to start The Beachside Bed and Breakfast by Hope Ramsey. And this one is a untouched mass market paperback. I don't love reading mass market paperbacks, but this one is like very stiff to the point that if I like fully open the page, I'm going to crack the spine. And that's fine. I have nothing against that. This is just very stiff. And so I might read it on my Kindle. But this is going to be a good option to hold me over, because I can read it with my eyes, either physically or on my Kindle, or I can have Alexa read to me, even though it's like slow. So I can do either with this. So this will tide me over. And depending on what prompt I pick, I don't know if I'm going to pick an audiobook and then continue with this with my eyes, or if I'm going to try to let Alexa read this to me and do a middle grade, because I kind of am craving some middle grade after that chunker of a book, because they're quick to get through and they just make me feel good. So we'll see. This is a very long clip of me just chatting you up. So I'm going to let you go. I will try to include clips of our day and kind of wrap it up at the end of the day and let you know what I started, what I'm thinking, and how it's going. Okay, so if you missed day one, my daughter is 6 and she's participating. She reads at like a 3rd or 4th grade level, and she finished The One and Only Ivan all yesterday. So what did you think of it? Okay, what did you think of it?
I liked it a lot. So
can you come closer so I can hear you?
I liked it a lot, so I would say 5 stars.
Okay, and so now she's going to draw her next card. Pick from the middle, because I kind of shuffled them, but not really great. Okay, what'd you get?
King.
A king. So that's genre. Your favorite genre, host's favorite genre, or rarely read genre. So genre means like what kind of book, like if it's mystery or contemporary or fantasy. So let's see what we can find and then come back. Okay, she has chosen to read this Curlfriends New in Town. I just read it by Cherie Miller, and this is a middle grade graphic novel about a girl who is new in town, and she's trying to make friends. And so why did you pick this one?
I just thought I would like it, and I like graphic novels.
Yep, okay. It was a good one. Out of all the graphic novels I gave her, this was the only one I liked, which you will see in my wrap-up on Monday. So, yeah, okay, that's her choice. Hey everyone, so now it's like 4:30 in the afternoon. So this afternoon after lunch, we all got sucked into track and field because it is my favorite. It is my favorite thing to watch in the Summer Olympics is track and field. And I do love swimming, and like I really love the whole Olympics, but track and field is like where it's at. So we all kind of got sucked into that, and I did some editing, and then we took me and the big girls just kind of chilled and took a little bit of quiet time and started my book, which I literally read a chapter because for some reason I'm doing like everything but reading. I don't know why. I always have a hard time kind of starting books. Like the first little bit is always hard, like unless it really starts with a bang, I have a hard time getting into it. So I think it's that, and I just don't love to read on ebook, but I also don't want to read physically. I don't know what my deal is. But I started it, and my daughter was laying on the floor reading her book, and she finished it. So she's actually about to pick another card, and you'll see that in just a second. But now my husband and I are going to film a tag that's going to go up here, hopefully Friday-ish. So you'll see that because this week's our anniversary, so I can I can sometimes get him in on videos. So I'll link past years down below. But yeah, and so we're going to film. We always do breakfast for dinner on Saturday night, so we're going to do that. And then probably just hang out, make it a decently early bedtime, hopefully. And we're kind of still trapped in our house because the painters are still outside painting trim. So yeah, no real plans the rest of the night. So this may be the last time that I see you guys. Like I said, we'll eat. We're going to film, eat dinner, maybe watch some Olympics, maybe do some puzzling. I will try to take little clips of what we do, but this will probably be the last time I talk to you. I really don't have any update on this beachside bed and breakfast because I read a chapter, except that it is about a single mom who owns a bed and breakfast, and then a preacher who in the first chapter, he proposes to a girl and she says no. So there's that. So it's intriguing so far. I'm excited to be a little more into it, but that's it. So I will check in and probably see you tomorrow. Okay, so Ainsley has finished her next read at the Curlfriends New in Town, and what would you give it out of 5?
5.
5 out of 5. It was so good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She was laying on the floor chuckling reading it, weren't you? It was a good one. Okay, go ahead and pick your next card.
I'm gonna pick for the middle.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick for the middle.
5, which is host read. So any book that a host has rated 5 stars or has read or rated 4 or 5 stars, or a book from my July TBR or Miss Becca's. So we probably won't do that. So one either that we have read together or that I have read and you haven't. What do you want to read? Okay, we'll pause and you go find it. Okay, she picked Curveball, which is a graphic novel about a girl who plays baseball. And that is one that I just read, actually, this last week. And I gave it 3 stars. So it's going to be for 1 point. Any book a host has read. Okay, we just finished the puzzle, minus 1 piece. And I don't know if it's a piece we lost or if it came short because we bought this at the library. But the puzzle is done, and I am listening to Alexa read to me the book. And it's okay. It's going to be a romance between the bed and breakfast owner and the preacher. But I will update you more about that tomorrow. So good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.